Hello, good afternoon to everyone. Today we will study the verbs expressing ideas in the future. Last lesson we studied the verb in the present continuous tense expressing an idea in the future. So it's possible to use other verbs rather than the verb will, for example, or to be going to express idea in the future. But today, right now in this video, we will study the verb to be going to. So let's get going, shall we? All right. So regarding the verb tenses expressing ideas in the future, we will continue. Oops, let me find a way that I sit so that I'm comfortable. Okay. Remember, or if you haven't watched, I recommend you to watch one of my videos saying that when you say, I am going to do something, I have already talked about it. When you say you're going to do something, what does it mean? It means that you have taken a decision. You are decided to do it. You have the intention to do it. It may be already planned, right? It's not something that happened all of a sudden, okay? It's a decision. You thought it over before and then you took the decision, right? For example, I am going to watch a movie later on TV. So you looked up on the TV program, right? And you saw that a very interesting movie is going to be on TV tonight. So, well, I guess I'm going to watch a movie later. So when the time the time comes, you will watch this movie because it's interesting to you. So it was a planned action in a way. You have planned to watch it, and so we will do it. Or maybe you're not. For example, are you going to be home tonight? Are you going to be home tonight? No. I'm going to a party. So I have planned to go to a party. Okay? So everything is about intention, right? You have an intention to do something. You have already decided. He is going to buy a house. So he has the intention to buy a house. He doesn't know exactly which house he's going to buy, perhaps, but his decision has already taken. So he'll look for a house to buy. Maybe he will buy an apartment or whatever, but he has already taken the decision. He has the intention to buy a house. What do we have for lunch? You get home early and you want to know what we have for lunch. You are hungry. So this is in the present, okay? So you say, we have mashed potatoes. But, as a matter of fact, you don't like mashed potatoes. You hate it. So you say, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not going to eat it. So you have no intention to eat because you don't like mashed potatoes or whatever. Maybe something that is rotten, right? Doesn't smell good, isn't nice, or maybe something you don't like. You go to a friend's house and somebody offers you something you don't like. So you refuse, or maybe you eat because you're polite. You don't know. You can also express an idea in the future like this when you have the intention and you have already decided to do something in this present continuous. We studied this some videos ago. So for example, I bought a plane ticket. Because I want to travel, right? I bought a plane ticket. I'm flying tomorrow. Or, for example, I'm leaving today. So I use the present continuous here to express an idea in the future, considering that you have already planned to do it. You can say, I'm going to fly tomorrow, or I'm flying tomorrow. You could say, I'm going to leave today, or I'm leaving today, okay? So it has the same meaning. Well, when you have decided to do something, you have decided, okay, yes, you have decided, but perhaps you haven't arranged to do it yet. You didn't organize all the resources necessary to do it. So you need to take some time to plan the action. So between the plan and the action, between the decision to do something and the action, it takes some planning, it takes some organizing, it takes some arrangements. Why do I say all of this? Because to be going to can also be used when you have taken the decision to do something, but not necessarily you have planned, you have organized, you have all the arrangements ready to do it. For example, you get home, you have just gotten home, and you look at the floor is dirty, right? The floor is messy, very dirty, because the dogs messed up around the house. They pooed around the house, right? They peed around the house, so you have to clean it. So, for example, the house is dirty. You have just arrived home and you realize the house is dirty. So, I'm going to clean it. Clean it. So you see, you have already decided to clean it, but you don't have the resources necessary to clean it yet. So you need to organize, right? And perhaps you have to do something else before. But anyway, your mind is set to clean it. You have already decided to clean it. You haven't arranged to clean the house yet, but the decision is already taken, right? Let me see another example. I made a reservation at a hotel downtown. Okay, so I decided to make a reservation because I have some work to do downtown, and it was necessary to make a reservation. But once you get at the hotel, you realize the hotel is not what you thought, okay? It's not good. So what will you do? So I'm going to look for another hotel. So what are the facts here? First, you made a reservation. Then you arrived at the hotel. Then you realize that the hotel is not comfortable enough, or there was something at the hotel you didn't like. It didn't sound clean enough. Anyway, that there must be various reasons for you to do it. So, well, I'm going to look for another hotel. So you have already taken the decision, but you don't have the arrangements yet to do it. Maybe you will call another hotel that you know, or ask for a friend's recommendation, right, to the hotel. Anyway, various different resources. Okay, you can also use the present, the verb to be going to, when you want to say something is going to happen, right? It's bound to happen. For example, if you look, let's see, you wake up in the morning. First, you wake up early in the morning, and you're not feeling well, okay? You feel nauseated, okay? Somehow you don't feel so good. You don't feel good. So you think of yourself, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to get sick. So it's a prediction, right? You have some symptoms, you're not feeling well, and somehow you know that you're not feeling well, you're going to be sick, okay? Well, it's not a kind of prediction, but you know something is going to happen in the future. It's like cause and effect. For example, you hear some, let me see, you look at the sky and it's very cloudy. The weather is not good, it's very cloudy, and with some black clouds on the sky, in the sky. So you see, look at the sky and see all those clouds. It's not looking good, it's getting windy, right? There are some, you can hear some thunder, right? Something bad is going on, so you guess, well, it's going to rain. It's going to pour, right? Not just a rain, it's going to be a huge storm, okay? It's going to pour great amounts of water, so it's going to be bad. It's not your ordinary rain, right? So it's like a prediction. You see what happens after this situation. We know now, for example, just the last example, we are under the COVID-19 pandemic, right? Yeah, the situation in Brazil is not good, in the world in general. So what prediction can you make of it? Things are going to get worse before they get better. Yeah, things are going to get worse. Specialists, right, economists Epidemiologists are saying, well, things are going to get worse before they get better. We need to flatten the curve, right? To have a social distancing and stuff like that. So things are going to get worse because people are not following the recommendations from health organizations, and so people are stubborn. They go outside anyway. They don't wear masks. They don't follow the recommendations. They don't wash their hands. Okay, so I used a recent situation just to give another example. Okay, so that's it. Next lesson we'll continue to study the verb going to before we delve into the next lesson. Have a nice day.